Good evening, everyone. How are y'all doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
All right, I'm Danielle, this is Stephanie, and that's Austin, and we are SIPDAC, and we have created the Extraordinary Blanket. So SIPDAC strives to better the medical community by increasing the efficiency in burn units and speeding up the healing process for burn patients, and also allowing patients to be more comfortable in burn units while they're being provided care. So after doing a lot of research and actually visiting a burn unit, we realized that they're oftentimes cluttered with a lot of materials, a lot of equipment, and this makes providing care very difficult. So our mission is to create a product that is smaller and overall better to distribute to hospitals. So an item that is currently on the market is called the Bear Hugger, which is essentially like an inflatable tube that blows hot air at a patient who is unable to regulate their body temperature. And the problem with this item is that it's very bulky, it's very cumbersome. As you can see, this man right here looks like he's in quarantine. So it's not a very efficient product. And also 3M, which is the company that distributes this product, has distributed more than 200 million worldwide, but there's been a recent lawsuit that has surfaced that says that the bear huggers have circulated contaminants through the body, causing deep joint infections.
In burn victims, they lose layers of their epidermis and their skin. And the epidermis is what regulates your body temperature. And without that, you can't fully keep control of your core body temperature on your own. So our product helps to create a more efficient way of regulating the patient's body temperature by reading the patient's body temperature through the forehead and turning on when that patient's temperature is too low and turning off when it's too high. Also, they have skin grafts that are supposed to keep the patient's skin cool and dry. But they also have the gauzes to wrap around the skin for keeping it clean and dry. Except every time you change those gauzes, there's an increased risk of infection. These are our original sketches. The one on the far left, the heating element is inside the blanket, and the sensors are placed all around the blanket itself. And the middle picture is the one that's closest to our prototype right now. And the heating element is still inside the blanket itself, but it has a power source, an external power source, which is an extendable cord. And the far right one is also similar to our final prototype, where the heating element is still inside the blanket, and so is the power source. After talking to several professionals, we decided to have an external sensor, which in this case is a headband. Now, with this headband, you place it on the patient, and there's a sensor right in the middle which reads your core body temperature through your head. And there's supposed to be a cord that connects directly to the blanket itself, which you place around the victim, not the victim, sorry, the patient. And it reads the core body temperature, like I said before, and helps regulate the body temperature through telling if the patient is too hot or too cold. Now, our original design process, as you can see on the top right, that is the blanket itself with the port for the cord to the headband. And the blanket has a heating element built into it, and like I said, the headbands to sense the temperature of the patient.
So for our marketing, we really, the place that we wanted to target was hospitals, medical facilities, mainly because that's where most burn victims will be treated and where most of their care will be taken care of. We also, for the packaging, we just wanted to make it a really easy plastic covering, sort of like an actual blanket sheet or things that you just put on your bed, so it's easy to put away as well as also take out for easy to manage, easy to put away anything that you want. We also, the product itself will of course be the blanket and the temperature sensors that will help the patient regulate body temperature. For the promotion, we wanted to, of course, get burn victims, patients that have been severely injured through burns. We also want to target hospitals and smaller medical facilities, like I said previously, and inform them of the effectiveness and basically help them take care of the patient a lot better. And then we would use commercials and ads to get our product out there. So here are some of our advertisements. And of course, we would just basically say all the information about the blanket, as well as way to contact us, things about our products. So for the overview, we want to just decrease the risk of infection in burn victims, and we want to provide adequate heat and self-adjustable element to the blanket, because many patients that actually do have severe burns have trouble realizing when they're cold as well as when they're hot, so it kind of gets mixed up with them thinking they're too cold when they actually might be really hot, and then thinking that they're really hot when they're actually really cold. Of course, we want to add the temperature sensors. That's the main purpose of our products. That's what makes it different than just a regular heating blanket, is that it's able to detect when a burn victim, or maybe anyone that can actually use the product, just when their core temperature is at the regular 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we also want to provide a safe, more comfortable way to warm up the body for those who can't do so themselves. So our next steps would just be to coat the blanket, run on a different power source, and find more efficient